In this morning's Connect with Kids, we're talking about drawing. That's right, simply just drawing a picture and why that can play a very important role in a young child's development. We also have some pretty amazing transformations of pictures drawn by little ones before and after art lessons. Joining me now is Betty Fetter. She is the founder of Young Rembrandts, a unique children's drawing program based right here in the Chicago area, actually up in Elgin. Good morning, Betty. Nice to have you.
Good morning. Thank you.
Speaking of transformations, you've been teaching kids to draw for about 20 years. You must have seen some pretty dramatic picture changes.
It's very exciting. It's more even the changes in the children themselves, their amount of confidence and the empowerment it gives them. It's a wonderful, very satisfying career.
Well, I know you're a big believer that learning to draw actually teaches kids a lot of different lifelong skills in life. In fact, we have a whole list for you to pop up that you can see. Patience, fine motor skills, they learn all that from just drawing?
When children at a young age are really about learning how to learn, and when they can participate in these kinds of structured drawing programs, they are learning to stay on task, they're learning focus, they're learning patience, they're learning to follow directions, they're learning to pay attention to details, to notice more things about the world around them, and then we give them tools to be able then to communicate more about the world around them.
I can use that for my 3-and-a-half-year-old right now, I'll tell you. Okay, Betty, let's take a look at some of the before-after that Betty actually brought from some of her students, and let's talk about the difference. And what's the key to, so to the left of the screen is obviously the before.
We had the children, we just gave them a blank sheet of paper, and these are preschool children. These are 3- and 4-year-olds. And we said, draw a face, any kind of face that you would like to draw. And then we said, great job, and we kind of moved that aside. And then we gave another piece of paper what we kind of spent some time saying, let's look at a face. What shape is a face? Where are the eyes? How many circles are inside the eye? There's eyelashes, eyebrows.
And they came up with that.
Yes.
You didn't tell them exactly to draw that picture.
No, no, no. We just had them. It's more guided observation. Really look at the world around you, and it's how much more detail they notice, and they're able then to put into their pieces.
We have another example behind it. Same thing.
Yes.
Again, a preschooler.
Yes.
There's the before and the after. Wow, the difference is very dramatic.
And you can see even the way he's writing his name. This is a real young child, and the difference that can come forth. And just noticing that teeth are little rectangles and all little eyelashes and the amount of detail. And that helps in other academics learning to notice more details.
Well, I want to introduce somebody else who's sitting on the set with me. This is Carolyn Dunn. She's 11 years old, and she has been with your program for about 2 years.
Yes.
Now, Carolyn, let's take a look at your picture. What happened here? There's your before and there's your after.
Well, before I was drawing really small. As you can see, I had a lot of space here. But when I started, then I drew it much bigger, and I added more trees and more details, like how this comes out.
So you've become a much better artist, huh? 2 years later.
Yeah.
Now, Betty, how early? Carolyn is 11. She's been doing it for 2 years. How early would you say that kids start taking art lessons?
We teach children to draw at 3-and-a-half. We start with the preschool group, and then we have young elementary, and then up to Carolyn, 3-and-a-half. They are learning how to learn. It's a great exercise for giving them some foundations to do well academically.
Well, the changes, the transformations are pretty dramatic. Betty, thank you so much. Carolyn, nice to have you here. Good pictures.
Thank you.
By the way, if you'd like more information about Young Rembrandts, you can check out our website at abc7chicago.com. Just look under Connect with Kids. Jose, back to you.
What a cutie. Good job, Carolyn. It's now 6:26 on today's